Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge. Brand new series, Xfinity Series Racing, back in the saddle here for Signature Esports. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this one. Chop Shop Racing. It's going to have this Xfinity Series on lock, and they are ready to go. Starting grid for the first race of this series. It's going to be a good series, too. It's going to be a long series. And they have quite a few different races that they're going to change some things up as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm excited for it. Andrew Payne's going to be your pole sitter. We'll have to get with Joshua Franks on fixing his thing right there, but he's going to have Joshua Franks behind him. Michael Coulter Jr. will be the outside pole sitter. Mr. Grijalva and Joe Grijalva are going to be there in that 4 spot. Rich Holland and Matt Magner will make up row number 3. Brandon Porter and Sean Mosley will make up row number 4. Parker Wigley and Jaron Valley back in the mix. He's going to be there at number 5 spot. That 5th row is going to be absolutely insane. I can already see it. Let's see. Mark Rutkin and Anthony Ferrenti. They are going to be there in row number 6. If I mess the names up, I will get it right. I promise it's a long season. We're going to enjoy it. Andrew Tenold and David Corbett going to be row number 7. Devin Galvin and Donnell Williams will make up row number 8. Sean Corbett and Stephen Isham will make up row number 9. Charles Garrett, Cameron DeRoe, William Allen, and Cody Getler will make up row 11. Shane Newman and Isaac Balsamo all the way to 24. Moving on down. We love it. We love to see a big full field, and these drivers are ready to go. It's pace car is going to lead them off. Ron Reynolds and Joshua Brock all the way to row 13. Sam King and AMR is going to be your race control tonight. Michael Strickland Jr., John Hammond, Chad Waller, Ty Dowman, Toby Collins. That will be your 32 drivers. AMR, of course, your race controller out there. You got to go find AMR RC on all the platforms. He does get himself out there and advertise on the rest of the social media platforms as well. He does have a Discord that he has as well, but I don't have those. I don't have that information. He and I need to get together about the rest of that. Let's see. Race information for you. They're middle of your screen. Track temperature 67 degrees. We're going to go 90 laps with 60% fuel, so that's going to be a good strategy to be working on. We'll see these cars probably roughly go about 28 to 34 laps, depending on where they're at in the field in the draft. Let's see, 95% on the humidity. It's very humidity. Nighttime is the right time for Daytona here, and they are going to be absolutely insane. Oh, Daytona is always a big push here, and we're going to enjoy it. Is nighttime the right time? Well, I tell you what, we're going to find out. Daytona is going to be green. The field is ready. Inside, outside moves are already starting to progress as lap 2 is underway. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in and having a whole lot of fun. We love Daytona. We love Daytona and Talladega for all the driver cams that I have for all of it, all the fantastic stuff. Speaking of driver cams, we were going to have the actual physical onboard driver cams. And a little bit of update about that, folks. You know, it takes a lot of money to run what we do over here, and we are still working on making sure that we get that that new the new ability to be able to do that. And that does take getting ourselves in and getting a new graphics card that's going to be coming in a new CPU. So it's taking a little bit of time. About 3 weeks is what we're looking at after everything that's going to be taken care of. Yeah, pretty cool. Frank's Grijalva paid Mosley. A little bit dicey early. The 3 laps are being completed. This is a huge racetrack, 2.5 miles in length. And I tell you what, they are looking like they are pushing each other in ways that you could never imagine. Side by side, Grijalva going for the lead, and he's going to drop down in front of Joshua Franks. Franks into number 9. I'm going to fix that so that way we can. I'm going to fix it on my end for this time. We'll have to get Joshua to get out there and do it. Something you don't want to be doing early is blocking, but I tell you what, these drivers are making it work. Good to see everybody out there in chat. Much love to all the people out there loving some new Xfinity Series racing. I tell you what, Xfinity Series probably some of the cleanest and best racing that I've been able to see. But it is a super speedway, so you know how long is that going to happen? Jaron Valley going to the bottom to take over 3rd. Little slide up the racetrack for him. Mosley right there in 4th on the high side. Dropping back just a little bit. Payne trying to give a big old shove. Devin Galvin back here in the mix. There's Parker Wigley driving the number 3 Wrangler machine. He's got Sean Corbett right behind him. Mr. Corbett having a big old fantastic run for his money right here. We're seeing a lot of drivers from all over the world here, too, and I really, really, really like seeing some of our neighbors up north. Shane Newman, of course, over there. He is from Australia, New Zealand area. And then, let's see, a whole lot of folks that are trying to enjoy their day. 33 up high, trying to keep himself out of the wall there. He's getting a little tight. That is one of the sponsors you're going to be seeing for the race. Maybe if the the overlay was working correctly. Let's see. We can do that. We can do that. A little high up there. Let's see. Middle worker is split second gaming. Oh, 33 bouncing the wall there and a big one. Holy cow. Caution. Well, the logos were supposed to be working there, folks. So sorry about that. All right. Big one happened. Right there at the back of the pack. Dang, oh dang, oh dang. Remember, cautions always brought to you by these guys. All right, big special thank you to Rich Holland for being the old Balla Status out there. And it just looks like the 33 right here was just up into the wall. Here's a little far chase view for you, which you guys know my favorite out there, to be able to see kind of what happens. 33 gets a huge run into the corner. It's just tight. It's a little free, hits the wall, gets down to the 11, 27, and then just a whole lot of drivers involved here. And the big one happens behind him. Go back one more time. Here's kind of the big view here. Is in turn 3. These cars can get a little bit free. A lot of drivers wrecking on the backstretch back here, and all of those folks trying to keep themselves out of the mix. And some of the drivers rolling up the racetrack there. A whole lot of drivers are going to have to catch up to the pace car, come back around, and how about a helicopter award? Come on, helicopter coming around. Big Zerk, what's going on? Love Daytona under lights. I'm a fan of Daytona, just not a fan of Daytona. I like Daytona during the day. It's much better on my computer, and it looks better. Everybody to pit road now. And while we wait here and they pace around, here's a little bit about my sponsors.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The helicopter is back out in full force here at Daytona. Folks are coming around to meet back up with the pace car. No doubt a lot of drivers involved early. Some drivers coming in and getting some things fixed. I do believe Fast Pair is in the works for today's race. Grijalva will be a race leader here as the lights go off on the pace car. Speaking of sponsors, I was trying to fix these dang old logos for these folks. Something is not working when it comes to their logos. Might have an issue there. That might be one of them. Take a look here. There it is. B&B Music is one of them. Balla Status Track Racer is a huge sponsor coming over here, and Split Second Gaming, a part of it. I wanted to make sure that got this thing working because we want to make sure that they're being shown. And not only that, we want to make sure that all of these folks are having a fantastic day. Much love to you all. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. We built the logo. We built the graphics last week whenever we were getting ready for this, and then I went to load them in earlier, and I was trying to load in the driver cams all at the same time. As far as the physical driver cams, trying to get everybody work together, trying to set up the screens for it. And it crashed everything, so I had to redo it all prior to the race, but not a big deal. We are going to be trying to we are going to be working on the overlays here in just a second as well, just to make sure that I can get all of this in the right spot. Let's see. I do believe they're ready to go. Green flag. One more time. 8. Now 9 laps being completed. A little patience is going to go a long way. You want to make sure that you get yourself to the end of this race and not trying to make moves where they don't need to be made, especially early on. So a lot of drivers able to come in and get those fast repairs. They're going to be able to make this work for a little while. One of the things I don't think you want to be is if I'm any of these drivers, I don't want to be in the middle of the pack. I want to be right up front, at least inside the top 10 this early on, and then try to coordinate with my teammates on where I'm going to be. This track is huge, and not only is it big, but there's a lot of ground to be made. Tri-oval, very slippery when it comes to the B cars here. The Xfinity Series machines, they do tend to be a little aero-tight on the back end. And so what that means is that the nose plows and the rear end gets really free. You see them waving around. I kind of want to jump in one of these cars. Let's do Brandon Babe, that one. Cody Gettler. So Sonic, thank you for the follow out there on Twitch. Links, thank you for the follow out there as well. Thank you to all the likes and everything out there on Facebook and Twitch and all the comments and chats, and keep it rolling. We know I like it. Grijalva trying to lead. You see how free these cars get, how easy it is to soak up the run though too. Watch this run that the number 5 car is going to get. He's driving that Xfinity Series Hendrick Motorsports racing. Look at the run he gets. He's going to have to really lift into the corner here. You hear how long he is out of the throttle. That is a huge impact on fuel strategy as well. Parker Weekly behind him. Driving number 3, that Wrangler machine, trying to roll with the 8 of John Hammond. There is the lead owner as the number 8 rolls into the corner, trying to work with his teammates, I do believe. Cars that I like. Joshua Brock trying to go to, oh man, they're wrecking. Somebody's wrecking. Ooh, big wreck happening. Big one, another big one. I'm waiting for all the collisions, the nighttime collisions here, and a big field makes it very, very tough to see. So we're going to let it roll its course. I was saying I was liking the number 1 car here because he's running my anniversary paint scheme, but now it's all dented up. 2 years we've been doing this, folks. 2 years. As far as the old broadcasting on the simulator. All right. Second caution. Caution's brought to you by Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. All right. There's a good shot of it before it had issues. Let's see. Where did it start? I think Coulter was involved. Let's check it. Take a look here. Whoa! That's. I believe there's the 45. It's very hard to. Here's 47 up here. 47 had a run. This is right. Excuse me. This is right up front. Here's a look. Oh, 47 just came down into the 25. Revolver, buddy, come on now. And they're all wrecking behind. Ah, somebody went up and over. Who was that? Oh, it was the 2. Hold on. Back up. Oof. 25, and the 2 rides the wall. Upside down, inside out. 9. Into the 11, into the 30. Trying to get on the brakes here is hard, but man, I tell you what. What it is. Oh, Mike, thank you for the like out there. Broseph, thank you for the like as well. Or thank you for the follow out there. Appreciate you on Twitch. Thank you to everybody out there. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Much love to each and every person. Jaron Valley, your race leader. The number 16 rolling. Donnell Williams and the number 82 is going to be able to make up that second spot. Chad Waller. And that Ford. The Long John Silver's machine. I like it. Parker Wigley, the number 3, coming back around. I do believe the fast repairs are going to be in effect here for a few of these drivers. Anthony Ferrante. In the 95, trying to come back around and battle this racetrack again. Maybe taking and just getting the damage repaired. A lot of these drivers can just do that. They can just get the damage repaired and not use a fast repair. It's a long enough race, a long enough around this racetrack that does make a difference. About 1:24 seconds for the last lap. But it's a couple of minutes to drive 65 miles an hour around this racetrack. About 2 minutes, I would say, overall. Lights are going to be off on the pace car. I do believe they're all going to be in full effect. The 18 of DeRoe, Corbett in the 66 inside the top 10. Mr. Michael Strickland, there's the striker man. I'm used to the striker running a different paint scheme. He's up there with the Mobile One legend. Sean Corbett in the 33. I'm sorry, in the 66, and then, of course, Matt Magner. There's our good. Normally we see the 27 and the 77, so we'll see him out there running inside the top 10. Will Allen in the number 2. He's the one that we saw went upside down, inside out. He's got himself a brand new car, courtesy of Iracing. Platform for all sim racing. Francisco Corella is going to be your B&B Music sponsor out there, of course, Track Racer. You got to go. There's a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube. It is the Track Racer, and it is going to go directly to the affiliate link for these folks. Lights are going to be on the pace car again, so they're going to go one more lap as folks are getting released. There's my hashtag spiciness. There's the number 35, Rich Holland, getting the spicy machine rolling. Get himself in a... So I've got him now in a Cup Series, an Xfinity Series, and an ARCA Series. I think he's in a Truck Series, too. Boy, howdy, he's running everything. We love him. Cameron Duro, the number 18, driving the old Toyota M&M's paint scheme. Man, with all the news about Kyle Busch and what's going on with him and not having a sponsor for next year and maybe having to choose a different ride, I think they'll work something out. Hey, did you hear that Byron extended his contract today? I think that's pretty darn cool. Congratulations to that driver. All right, 15 of 90. They've got to get settled in. That's part of the race here. You got to get settled in, and you got to get things kind of just figured out for yourselves. Xfinity Series racing is some of the best racing out there, and these drivers. I mean, we're talking the first race of the season, and a lot of right foot action happening here. What's up, Strictly Stock? Good to see you out there. Come on, Grahava. What happened? It's okay. It is a long way to go. He's still in the race. I do believe he's still in the race. Like the Earnhardt and Earnhardt Junior paint schemes. They're pretty good. I don't mind them. Of course, I'm a big fan of Junior and a big fan of Earnhardt, but I'm a big fan of that paint scheme. Number one. I mean, there's a good look at it before it, gets into the wall or anything. Yeah. That's my car. Look, that's my face. 2-year anniversary, folks. I'm very proud of what we do over here and very proud of the fact that folks would choose to do that. So thank you to Joshua Brock for doing so. All right, green flag. We're back at it. Thank you to Roasted Gems for being a part of my seasons as well. We love roastedgems.com, and make sure you go use promo code BZ20, Bravo Zulu, the number 2, the number 0. They ship it directly to your door, and some of the best coffee out there. I love every bit of what they have there. Bravo Zulu 20, roastedgems.com, G. I'm looking at a name, sorry. ROASTEDGEMS.com. Roasted Gems, like the diamond that you all are. Thank you for being a warrior out there. Folks, if you're out there on Twitch, exclamation point charity out there to help support Operation Supply Drop, a.k.a. Operation Full Send. Nonprofit charitable organization that sends care packages overseas for me, and with gaming supplies and all kinds of stuff to help prolong the military, the mental health of all of our military men and women of service out there, men and women of military service. I love them all, and I'm glad that they are doing something very cool that is near and dear to my heart. Make sure you do that and donate where you can. We've raised $250 of our $1,000 goal. That sends quite a bit to these folks over there. Maybe they'll send them a NASCAR heat or something. I don't know. But it sends quite a bit over to over there, and I look forward to seeing what we can do to be able to be more of that. But once we reach that $1,000, you guys, I tell you what, I'm gonna end up dyeing my hair the real thing, whatever color you guys choose. Woo! I think we're having some just some internet issues for some folks here. I'm seeing some 3 wide back here. There's Sean Corbett. Everybody trying to have some of that patience, but I'm seeing some wall scraping where wall scraping doesn't exist. And in front of what's happening here, here's the number 30 of Toby Collins. He's trying to go to the high side. These cars will run very, very, very free right next to the wall, but they run more free to the bottom. So there's like that middle ground where you need to be in between that second lane and about 4 feet off of the bottom. You can run very fast here. You just have to be nose to bumper and realize that the aero push is going to be huge. William Allen right there, number 2, trying to make up some ground. Anthony Ferrante off a spot here. Oh, someone's getting loose. Good save by the 20. I think that's the 7 back here. Is that Sam King? No, it's not Sam King. Who is that? That just had that epic save going sideways around the backstretch. that was that Matt Magner? No, Matt's fine. Somebody had it. There's Chad Waller up there. It looked like a 7 number. It wasn't Sam King. Was that Grijalva? No, Grijalva's fine. He's back there working. Holy cow. Who was that? I missed it. There's so many cars doing so many things. Is that Cameron? Wasn't Cameron. Cameron's fine. He's right behind Joshua Brock. Oh, there he is. Where's that? Who had that epic shame? Rob, thank you for the like out there. That's Mr. Van Ness. Much love to you, brother. I think it was Rich. I think Rich went sideways there and had an epic save. He was getting shoved down the backstretch. Whoop. Nah, I take that back. Where's it? Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? Somebody's off the racing surface here. Somebody just jumped the pit road. Oh, it was Ron Reynolds. 77. I think that's who it was. Ron Reynolds here. Just had a moment. Okay, so here's part of it. Oh, the 5 up into the 77. And they collect each other, so they are jumping to pits. Ugh. But he's the one that had the epic save. Hold on. Hold the phone. I think it was him. I'm pretty sure it was him. Either way, we're going back to live. The 9 trying to work his way back to the front as well. That's Joshua Franks. Sorry about that. Jaron Valley, your race leader for the time being. 29 to go around. Holy cow, they split the field down to pit road. And that is a whole lot of accident avoidance going on right there. Everybody wrecking. 18 gets creamed. And I'm not sure what happened, but I know I see a huge wreck when I see one. I am not sure what caused that, but that was the race leader trying to avoid something. Andrew Payne, now your race leader. They're going to have to come around and wait for the pace car, I do believe. I do believe they may have to stop and wait for the pace car. We will see. The third caution of the race happens on lap 22. And I am not sure what happened there. That's about as confusing as one could see. All right, so there's the 42. This happens with I'm trying to find where this happens because Jaron was your race leader here. Let's see where this kind of drives in. I think the 16 has a big push. Let's what's in front of him. This is the big deal. This is what's in front of him here. Very slow car. And that's what happened. Who was that did that? Here's what this looks like. It's slow. This is a slow car. I don't know if he's under power or well, when you see it. And now every driver has the opportunity to hold their line. That driver that is up there technically does not have to move out of the way. However, when you have a lot of slow drivers, when you have a slow driver coming at you, you have a pack coming at you this fast. Watch how fast they close down here. Right about here, that car should be off the track or up high. And that was the 33. And then, of course, the 29 trying to come up the racetrack. Gets into Jaron Valley here. And lucky he didn't blow his engine there. A lot of cars trying to slow down. 33 gets into the wall there. I believe that was the 33. We'll have to go back and take a look. I think that was, yeah. Unfortunate. A lot of drivers are going to be out of this race too, or pretty darn close. 8 of Hammond's your race leader, Anthony Ferrante. And Andrew Payne will be in second and third. A lot of drivers coming to pit road to get some fuel. No doubt that's a good idea. A lot of fast repairs being used. A lot of drivers, these cars can take a beating. They really can. So I say that they might be out of this race, but chances are they're probably going to be taking their time. Do you use a fast repair now or do you wait till later? I'm one of those ones that tries to get as much fixed as I can, get out there and race. If my engine blows, I try to make it to pit road. Then take that fast repair. Like the 95, there's Devin Galvin right there trying to get some more of that damage repaired. Joshua Brock wrapped up earlier, so he's going to have some damage to get repaired as well. Steven Esham in the 12, trying to come to pit road here. Isaac Balsamo in the 15, secretly rooting for Isaac because Isaac is driving my number. Love you, Isaac. Andrew Tennell to number 45 back out in the mix as well. So some of these drivers, they're just trying to come in and get as much of that damage taken care of. It's not going to look pretty. They're going to do what they can. John Hammond, your race leader. Andrew Tennell to lap down. 42 is going to be a lap down as well. So Dave Corbett will go to the tail end of the field here once he starts getting off of pit road. Man, oh man. Alrighty. A whole lot of drivers involved in that one. And right now, through 10th, Rahalva in the 47. Folks, if you are out there and you're trying to sponsor races and stuff like that, folks ask me all the time, hey, would this one, can I have this sponsor this race or this person doing that? Here's my thing. Here's my philosophy. I have sponsors that I have that come on board with me that I absolutely love and I appreciate them, and I will always put them priority, and I will put the league's priority as well. But the people who directly pay me to be influential and to be an impact, those folks, to get their name out there, I will put big influence on them. The leagues come second, and then the league sponsors come third. But one thing I won't do is I won't conflict my sponsors with somebody else's sponsors. And so if I have an energy drink that I'm promoting, or if I have something that I'm promoting, I won't. If somebody says, "Hey, I want my energy drink to sponsor this race," I won't say no. I just won't be able to talk about mine. It's a conflict that I have to keep in mind. So keep that in mind when you guys are looking for sponsors and stuff like that out there. Try to have the exposure that you want for yourselves and for your leagues and for the folks that are out there. Try not to use too big affiliations, because those affiliate links that you get in there, it's got to be a product that really sparks interest. I had Dubby come on board with me, and I don't speak about Dubby anymore because there's a lot of these leagues that they have those drinks. So I just put the link in the description. If people go through and they read it, they read it. If they buy, they buy. I can't do anything about that. Yeah, just the way it goes. Frente. He's trying to make a move on the high side. I think right now this is just a get in line and ride for a minute. Let's figure this stuff out. Let's get our tires warmed up. Let's get these cars really where they need to be. And they're being too aggressive too early. Super Speedway racing is not about aggression here. It's all about having that pace. It's not. You only need to lead one lap here at Super Speedway racing, at the Super Speedway races, and that's the last one. Being patient, and if you can make the move and you can go with somebody, that's a different story. But one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to push the envelope too much, and also if you're a lap down car at a Super Speedway, be mindful of your relative. That's all I say. You don't have to move, but be mindful of that relative. Huge run. Track Racer. They got a new setup out there that you're going to have to go out there and check. There's a link in the description to find Track Racer. Also, big old sponsor out there that we like seeing. B&B Music. And then Balla Status, that is Holland's sponsorship. Thank you to Rich for being awesome. So if I go to the replay, you'll see that Balla Status out there. Rich is absolutely fantastic. Good to see everybody. What's my favorite? Some you asked me the same thing yesterday, and I answered that. Yesterday. Thank you to all the folks out there watching. If you're out there watching, make sure you go to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Do so. Colter Jr. wants to lead here, apparently. Can't ride. Trying to go with Parker Weekly. This is where that 2x2 race now shows where they're going to try to door slam, and that's going to make that line just run a little bit differently. Mosley's going to try to go to the outside. There's the wheel in number 25, 31, 3, 8, 25, 82, 16 of Jaron Valley there. Colter up high to the 25. Junior needs to hold on to that. Don't be blocking. Go up that racetrack and block the outside lane. That's not something you want to be doing. 8 to the back bumper. Parker Weekly here now. The inside lane. Double file racing on lap 30. And it's making me nervous. Three, 31, 8, 25, 82, 16, 84, and the 30. Somebody way off track down there. Utilizing that low line apron. That's not a way to gain speed. It's a way to scrub off a ton of speed. And folks, we are not playing Tarkov. I need to change the stream info here. So sorry about that. We're not playing Tarkov. We're playing iRacing here. I hate that I have to do this every time. We will change all of that. So sorry for it, folks. Let's change the description. Good old entertainment, absolutely. We're gonna be under the gaming section. iRacing again. Thank you so much to everybody out there for doing what you're doing. And let's change our game over here. Hey, we got our follower goal. Thank you so much. We had a goal of 2,350 followers on YouTube or on Facebook. Thank you so much to everybody out there for helping me achieve that. Share that to the stream. We were at 2,356. You were all amazing. I'm going to delete that goal. New goal. New follower goal. We're going to go to 2,400. We're going to do. There it is. Much love to you. Let's change. Let's tag our game here. iRacing is going to be the platform. Thank you so much to everybody for being who you are. Side-by-side racing. Colter Jr. in front of the 3 of Parker Weekly. Colter needs to just hold his line. Come on, Colter. I hear Holly out there. Hold your line. And the wrecking. On the back. In the bank. No caution, though. They wrecked below the racing surface there. Donnell Williams, Parker Weekly involved. It's a huge checkup right there. I'm not sure what happened. We are going to take a look, though. It's Donnell Williams. The 3 and the 82. And that was at least good. It was below the racing surface, so he'll be able to get back up to speed. This is with the 3 here. So this is I'm a little far chase. I know that the race is still going on here, folks. But here's the 25 trying to side draft the 3 here. And this is what happens here. 25 comes down, little net code for both of the cars. Nice accident avoidance by most of them. 3 able to make that work. It's Parker Weekly. Trying to save it there. All right, Coulter Jr., then Hammond, 16 of Jaron Valley. All that did right there was just allow a lot of the drivers to catch back up. Coulter Jr. trying to outrun everybody. Not able to hold on. Xfinity Series cars for the drivers. 18 of DeRoe trying to peek at the Toyota in front of him. The Toyota Supra, an absolute dream car for this series. Camaro's around for the Chevys, and then, of course, the Mustang for the Ford camp. NASCAR Cup Series is the Toyota Camry. All right, a lot of folks going to pit road. 16 trying to make the pass. 18 up high. Yeah, they can't get it lined out. Coulter just needs to hold the bottom. If he can hold the bottom line and keep enough space between he and the 16, he can make that work. 8 has no back clip, so I think the 30 of Collins is kind of nervous about pushing here. Jaron Valley side by side, kind of wanted to go back and take a look at the rest of the drivers on what was going on. Parker Weekly trying to pick back up that pace. Devin Galvin behind him in the 77s trying to roll with him. That's Ron Reynolds. Donnell Williams in the 82 trying to hold on as well. There's the 7 of Sam King. Joe Grijalva in the 12 spot. As that 47 trying to be unlocked. He had to check up some of that pace because of what happened in front of him. So now he's a little bit off the pace, just a couple of seconds. But if he can catch up with Corbett here. Corbett has that left rear damage that's really impacting that car. Little shark, that little hammerhead throwback. It's a nice little military paint scheme that we're used to seeing. And I know that if I'm looking ahead here, Grijalva catches back up to pace. Grijalva did that pretty easily, actually. Able to catch back up and get that pace back into mix. Find that draft. 95, another lap down. That's Devin Galvin here. He's going to be a lap down, and it has everything to do with that rear damage and that nose damage. Right now, 17 drivers on the lead lap. And this little 4-car pack's trying to work together. There's the 33 of Shane Newman trying to salvage the race here on what happened with what was going on that early incident. The 1 of Joshua Brock, the 3. Going to catch back up as well. Brock a lap down. The 3 of Parker Weekly trying to close the distance as well. He's got roughly about 28 seconds. He lost a ton of time. And right now, needs a whole lot of help. Whole lot of help. Coulter Jr. out front. Jaron Valley in second. DeRoe in third. Allen in fourth. John Hammond in fifth. Thank you to everybody out there for being who you are. Track Racer is one of my favorite sim racing setup rigs that you can find. They do have some new stuff out there. They have some old stuff, so go check them out. Trackracer.com. There is, I think it's trackracer.com/chop shop. You should be able to find them. These drivers try to hold on to these cars. This is very different than the trucks and the cup cars. You can pretty much find your way around the racetrack and the trucks and the cup cars, and tighten up that steering. If you tighten up the steering here on the B cars, it's still free. It still feels like this thing is the loosest thing in the world, and nothing wrong with that either. 39 of 90. John Hammond to pit road. Devin Galvin trying to get it back on the lead lap here. He would be your lucky dog. Stephen Asham, second in line, has somebody with him, though. So they're running a little bit faster here. There's Stryker right behind him. That's the 29. So the 19 and 20 spots trying to get themselves back around and have a heck of a race here. They're still battling for all the way to 22nd. Cody Gettler is a lap down as well. So that is your first driver all the way to, your last driver 1 lap down. First driver multiple laps down. It's, the number 15, Isaac Balsamo. Isaac is a phenomenal driver, and he's driving a phenomenal number. I'm just saying. And he's got that place eatery on the on that thing. Much love to the 15. He'll be able to make that work. It is Super Speedway Racing. Anybody can win here at Chop Shop. Not Chop Shop, at Super Speedway. At the Super Speedway. So we'll see exactly where that's going to be. Let's take a look and see what's going to happen. Look at their schedule. Be able to pull that up for you. Next race is going to go, I think they're going to Kansas, 5/12. So next week, next Thursday, go to Kansas Speedway, 42 of 90. Almost halfway through this one. Folks, I'm going to hydrate. You should do the same. Much love and appreciation. We're going to throw it on exciting. Everybody's going to have some fun. And I'll be right back with you. Folks, when you have an 8-year-old and she wants to give the cat a treat, it is something that we absolutely see. So green flag pit stops are happening right now. And this will be an interesting take because they're going to have to probably come down pit road one more time. And Andrew Payne is your race leader here coming off pit road. However, you see the 47 of Joe Grijalva here. Well, he's getting up to speed with a few drivers. And they came to pit road on lap 47, so they were the first of the short pitters here. Fuel only for a lot of drivers. But drivers like Michael Coulter Jr. said, I want some tires because tires are important in the B car. Well, they are. They're very important here as the number 31 rolls with the 2 here. William Allen's going to have probably our first look at the Chopper Award. So this season, what I am doing is I'm going to take clips and throughout this series, and I'm going to start doing it with all the new series that we start broadcasting. I'm having little helicopter award trophies made, and they're little ones. Like it's nothing big. Maybe I found somebody that can do blowing glass, but I think that would be just too much to ship. So I'm just going to do the little helicopter that says, their series and the Signature Esports Helicopter Award. We're going to start doing that. And I found that it's not going to be very expensive, but I think it's kind of cool. It's going to be the best award in all of iRacing before it's all said and done. Kelly, thank you for the like out there, my man. Much love to you. Appreciate you. That's KP, Pointers Motorsports. PointersMotorsupplies.com. That's the AmSoil distributor that I would go to in a heartbeat. Toby Collins came off pit road and stayed in the lead. The 18 of Cameron Giroux went around Grijalva. He's pushing the number 30 around this track, saying, you're a bully. You can't give up your nose. That's the thing. Okay, so getting into the corners here, you see these cars have that inside run. The inside line's the fastest line around the racetrack unless you can really, really push that outside lane with a good driver that you trust. If you give up, if you're the leader and you give up the inside lane, and you run yourself up the racetrack with the driver behind you, that's something that we've come to see. 18 trying to be patient here, but comes up and tries to slam the door on Michael Coulter Jr. And right now they're 3 wide, and Coulter's trying to hold on to the B car. Be careful, Junior. That is not a place you want to be at the moment. Too wiggly off the corner exit. 31 drops in behind the 18. That's a smart move. Sean Corbett, last driver on the lead lap. 33 of Newman goes around. 33.66, still free off the corners. Bronte in the 59, rolling his corner. Some drivers off the lead lap right now, but they're with the race leaders. 52 of 90. Bad pit stops there. We had before the green flag pit stops, we had about 21 drivers on searching for the lead lap, about 17 on the lead lap. And now we have drivers that are multiple laps down. And Coulter Jr. trying to go to the lead. He's going to take that lead. I'm going to run I got to do some driver overrides here, folks. I wanted to show drivers' names, but I can't do it whenever they've got things that are meant to be on screen. Right now, the 33 about to be soaked up again. He is trying to hold on. There we go. I had to fix some stuff. Trying to hold on to the bottom line. It's going to have to get himself up high. It's going to be the big factor. If you are a lap down car and you're holding the bottom lane here, make sure that you try to stay in that bottom lane. Either stay in that bottom lane or let folks know where you're going to be. And he is way off the racing surface there. Everybody going around, that changes everything up. The drivers would prefer that you run the high line. That is for darn sure. You need to remember that on super speedway racing, that if you were out there in the simulator, and that's going to shake up where Michael Coulter Jr. was. You're going to have to prefer yourself running that high line, and if they're not too wide behind you. If they're catching up to you and you're not up to speed, you need to make sure that you get out of the way as cleanly and as precisely as possible. Collins going to have a big shove here from the 47 of Grijalva. And now Coulter Jr. back to the back bumper of the 18. 18 up to slam the door on the 13 on the 31. So now these drivers are working together to get themselves back out front. If I'm Grijalva, my nose is in the back bumper of Toby Collins. Brandon, thank you for the like. Much love to you. That's our Roasted Gems sponsor out there, folks. RoastedGems.com, BZ20, Bravo Zulu 20 for your code at checkout. We love the guys. You're welcome. This is Daytona. It is Daytona. You love your track racer KPT 75 out there. Good stuff. Good stuff. It is Daytona, but Daytona's been kind of messed up from the start of the race. Just trying to figure some things out. They needed to get themselves kind of worked into a rhythm, and it took them longer than they needed to, I think. These B cars are absolutely rough when it comes to aero push, and they feel free all the time on super speedways, in my opinion. That's in my opinion. So it's all good things. All good things. Oh man, oh man. Collins, Grijalva, DeRoe, Coulter, Allen, Waller, Payne, Dahlman, Valley, Hammond is going to be your top five. John Hammond, come on, buddy. Rich Holland right there with him. They do have an opportunity here. They've got a little four-car pack that's all the way to 13th. And Hammond, the cleanest of those cars, it does look like. You need to just get bumper to nose to bumper, and try to catch up here. They have to kind of stay tight. Toby Collins, they just have some clean cars up here. Grijalva in second, Cameron DeRoe in third. You want to be there at the end. You know, and these cars can make moves on the third and fourth turn. Can also make them on the second turn, but I think somebody will they'll end up, if they don't take the white flag and they wreck before that turn three, or I'm sorry, if they wreck before they get into turn three on the final lap, that'll be an interesting look and an interesting take on how these cars kind of push around. That's something that we've seen in the Xfinity series. Even in real life, the Xfinity cars have been just an absolute dream job. And here's the thing: lap traffic's going to be all over the place here. Right now, the 30 needed some help. He's going to go all the way around. And now the 45 and the 95 are going to be there as well. That was a big shakeup there. And we're going to be 40 laps to go. And now the 45 and the 95 up to speed. 47 is going to be single file. 30 got all the way around some lap traffic there. So we have two drivers a lap down to the mix. 18 goes high with the 3. 47 is going to be there as well. Man, oh man. A whole lot of cars shaking it up. Corbett in the 66. There's Stryker, the 29. He looks like he is coming off pit road. He is going to be doing that. Joshua Brock doing some justice. He's right behind the 35. Stephen Esham in the 12. Pulls the 95 with him. Here is the 45 of Andrew Tenold. Got 295s in here. You got Devin Galvin right there in the 95. Who was that behind? There's Cody right there. It's a 25 of Sean Mosley. A couple of drivers running different paint schemes here, which happens. These two trying to work together to find a bright spot here. Coulter Jr. back out front. Collins drops back. DeRoe's going to be there as well. The lap traffic played a factor. Broke it all up. Michael Coulter Jr. drives back to the front. And you can do that from the outside pretty easily. Will Allen right in the mix. Here's that cockpit view. Well, put that bumper right there where that no square is. Center that, don't go to the outside. Put it right there on that bumper. There you go. Get it, buddy. Full send. Right there where it says no. Now do it. Not in the corner. Corner exit. Oh, come on, Grijalva. He was trying to give you a no. Oh, I love it. 63 of 90. We're about to be having a ton of fun. Speaking of folks to get out there and follow and to take a look at, Chop Shop Xfinity Racing is it's going to be every Thursday night for us here. Coulter, DeRoe, Grijalva. Always like to showcase the sponsors and make sure that we take care of them. Split Second Gaming. There's the two. Apply 45 is going to be right there with them. 245.95. There's an opportunity. Now I don't know who's driving that 95 back there. There's two different 95s on the racetrack, and I'm trying to make sure that these paint schemes are updated. Not quite sure. Is that Donnell? It's not Donnell. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. There's the 66. There's Joshua Brock, Anthony. The 59. We saw him. Stephen Esham. Good. Tennell in the 45. Gettler in the 5. Devin Galvin. He might be. There's two 95s on this track. I know there are. I've seen them both. They're two different paint schemes. Anywho. Split Second Gaming all over the racetrack, and I'm sorry the logo's kind of a little off-putting right there. Got it added a little bit late, and that was my 2 into somebody there. Holy cow, that's the 12 into somebody. Caution comes out, and Toby Collins, Stephen Esham involved. Little information about our good friends over there at Split Second Gaming. They also do Australian circuits on the other platforms that are not iRacing. Just saying. Let's see. Wanted to pull up their website. I put a link to their website on the and the race description. And they've been kind enough to ask that if they could put if they could host my streams and stuff like that for them when they are not live, and I said absolutely, that's perfectly fine. But I also am doing the same thing to them when they go live. You'll see an automatic host come from me to them when they go live, because and that will be on our Twitch page. They're doing some fantastic things over there. And they are basically they are basically me, but on the Australian circuit, which is absolutely killer. Split Second Gaming is the website, splitsecondgaming.com.au. That is the way it is, so make sure you go check them out. It's an up and coming esports business in Australia. And their philosophy is to keep on gaming. Man, oh man. All right, caution. We love cautions. course, Nerds Doing Other Things podcast. You can find them all over everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, where I listen to them. Just a ton of fun. All right, here's what happened. With 30's point of view, there's a 12 up high. Oh, the 12 tries to come low to get himself off the racing surface there a little bit and just nails the 30. And that's a helicopter worthy. He was having such a great race, too. Let's see. Cameron DeRoe's going to be your race leader here. He's going to be behind the pace car. Came out of 47. A lot of drivers came to pit road already. Cameron's going to stay out. He's going to force the issue of these drivers who are supposed to be, or trying to be on the lead lap. Parker Weekly will be your lucky dog here, so he'll be back on the lead lap. John Hammond looking for the free pass, and Cameron's shut the door on that. Cameron's not going to be able to make it on fuel. So the fact that he didn't come to pit road this time, kind of, just in case it ran green, you know, it's a super speedway, I know it is, but you're shortchanging yourself for track position over some of the other drivers that came in on like 58, like John Hammond and Stryker here. Donnell Williams as well, Anthony Ferrante, Joshua Brock all came out on 65 here. I don't know. We'll see how it works. What's your opinion on the mix? Lap cars shake things up for. So lap cars here have been, you know, when you get into that rookie race where you got the A-class drivers and thank you, Nathan. Good comeback, Rahab. Have no more nails to bite. Something that you see here, and now DeRoe's going to come to pit road, so everybody that was trying to shake that up, it's not going to be in that mix. So all those drivers that were trying to be free pass drivers are going to get kind of the S word here. And Cameron's going to come to pit road with it closed, and so that'll put an EOL on him. Not a good opportunity there in the longest line. Hopefully he doesn't get a black flag for that one. That means he has to make a stop and go. It's all good. It's all good. There's rules in this that you got to, you can't make it on fuel and everybody else comes to pit road. And you came to pit road on 45. And there's only about 28 laps. When there's 25 laps to go and you've ran seven or 8 laps of fuel here, you're not going to save that much to be able to do that, especially if you're trying to lead this race. So a little splash and go never hurt anybody. And it changes things. Up 33 into the wall back here. Shane Newman into some drivers. I'm not sure what happened. And now everybody else trying to get himself around. That is, it's unfortunate. Iracing, huge platform here for some of the drivers. I know that he's the guy that runs the things over there at Split Second Gaming, and I know that they are trying to break into the iRacing circuit. A lot more different than some of the other platforms like Assetto Corsa and F1, and it handles completely different. But all good things. Green flag. Thank you for the 99 stars. Joel Conley, thank you for the like. Mr. Bogart, thank you very much. We love our stars. Balla Status. Because of hashtag spicy out there. Speaking of hashtag spicy, guess who's up there in third? On the high side. Little hashtag spicy in chat for Mr. Bogart. And for the number 35, who's going to need some help here. Not going to be able to hold that inside lane down unless he's got some help. 2 to the back bumper on the high side, 31, 67, 47. That is a Waller and that Ford. Chevy, Toyota, 3 Fords, all inside the top 5. Ty Dallman there in the 34. He's kind of been sleeping on him here. I don't know, he might make a move. 16 of Jaron Valley right behind him. Cameron DeRoe in the 18, trying to make some things work. Joshua Franks involved in something here. No caution. The 9 car off track. We'll take a look here. He was trying to get up to speed. He was trying to get up to speed on corner exit, clipped the grass, and then that is what happened there. So he is coming back to driving the lower portion of this racetrack. Trying to see what Mr. Franks is doing here. The number 9 comes around. Up into who that was. All right, 2x2 down the back stretch. And this is where it gets a little bit spicy. A little bit dangerous. The wall here at Daytona. 20 laps to go. And if you thought we were done, we're not. Rich Holland, my buddy, out front at number 35, rolling. He's going to have Coulter Jr. to the high side. Coulter, you could have pushed Rich for a minute. Doesn't matter. Holland's going to battle back on the inside. He's got a big shove coming to him. The 2, not the car to be shoving around here. 35 down, 67 is going to be there as well. The outside line just a little bit more organized. These cars are able to be shoved. It's almost like they're afraid to do it. Coulter Jr. takes the lead, commanding lead. Might be able to pull the 2 with him. Will Allen right there with him. He is. That outside lane's going somewhere. It's not about how many laps you lead here at Daytona. It's about that last one. And I wouldn't want to be the race leader. Ron Reynolds having to jump to pit road. 12 drivers on the lead lap. Parker Weekly, one of those drivers, has the 8 and the 29 with him. So all Hendrick-style drivers here, or RCR drivers, the 8, the 29, and the 3, all of the top 10 drivers here. Coulter Jr. in that 31. As Holland with him. Waller's going to be back there as well. The 2 of Allen into the 82. And that was unfortunate circumstances there as well. 82 way off the racing surface. That's Donnell Williams here. All of a sudden just kind of got door slammed. His car's fine, it looks like. He's just got to catch back up to speed here. Get himself back up into the racing surface. Donnell is a couple of laps down at the moment. 31, 35, 67, 47, 18 is going to be your top 5. Cameron DeRoe trying to make some rebounds here. There's the 67 of Chad Waller back to the outside. The 4 trying to make it work. Little Long John Silver's foot. I like the Long John Silvers. I'm pretty happy about the Long John Silvers. I'm just saying. Can't eat it, but be awesome. 16 of Jaron Valley inside the top 10. Has the 34 of Ty Dallman in front of him. Anthony, first driver off the lead lap, looking for somebody to wreck. He's like, look, somebody needs to go around because I need a lucky dog. So does Joshua Brock. Joshua Brock looking for the same thing. Brock up in the mix with the 2 and the 66. And Joshua will push somebody to the win. Even if he's a lap down, he doesn't care. Like, look, I'm going. We're good. Got this. So roughly about 5 laps ago, John Hammond and company, they were roughly about 9 seconds off the pace. And if you look at that relative, it's starting to close down. 5.5 seconds from the 8:29 into 3, just because they've been able to work together. They are the fastest drivers on the racetrack. This last time by, though, Coulter Jr. did run a faster lap. But something to keep in mind here is Hammond, to the drivers in front of him, he is catching that pace, and so they're gonna start pulling these drivers in. Coulter Jr. 48.10 this last time by. Hammond about 0.3 of a second faster, 5.2 seconds in gaining. 15 laps to go. Good pace. Drivers to the high side. How about a little crank it up feature for you? We'd love to see it. I'd say crank it up. It's my sounds of iRacing. Full sound. Most of them are saying, I love this car. Some are saying, no. A little disruption on the back end of that. A whole lot of fun for most of the drivers. Rich Holland and the number 35 out front, and Squirhalva right behind him. Michael Coulter Jr. still trying to lead the 18 with him. Cameron Dureau. We've seen Coulter kind of all over the place here, trying to keep himself out front and then trying to lead every lap. Holland leads that time by. Coulter trying to lead from the outside. Holland will be back. The outside line is a good push line here. I don't know. I would rather set myself up for the end of this race, and right now that's not doing it, and they're making each other dicey. The more that they had a lead here, where the well, I mean, look at John Hammond 2 seconds back now with the 29. The 12 had an issue earlier, and I wanted to take a look at that. I think the 33 had an issue getting off pit lane there. Maybe leaving pit lane, maybe got free. Came off the track and back on the track. Rich Holland in the mix. Rohalva to the backside. Coulter Jr., Dureau, Allen. A lot of the drivers you're seeing here now. The 18 drops low. Trying to give a big shove to the 31 there, and now the 31 trying to find some room to fit his nose in there, and cuts the nose of the 2 off. He is lucky he didn't get turned there. I'm a fan of Coulter. Coulter, you got to be careful with where you're cutting the noses off, buddy. You almost got yourself turned there, and that would have ended your race. And I know that you can win here. I love you. If you're watching after the fact, I love you. Careful. Will Allen behind him. Ty Dowman. Of course, I saw it from my point of view. He was probably clear by a mile. I don't want him to get turned. What is B&B music about? I don't know. Don't Coulter go. That's right. Kelly, how you doing out there, dear? Kelly, I don't know. I was given a logo. Frankie, thank you for the like out there, buddy. I'll find out. I'll find out more information whenever I get more information. I bet that's the thing, folks. If you're out there and I try to do my due diligence, I really do. I try to do as much as I can to make sure that I know what we're doing. I'm assuming he's a producer or he's got a Facebook Big Money Bash. I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming that's what it is. Big Money Bash Music, BMB, Francisco Corella. I'm assuming that's what it is. I'll know more information when I get more information. I don't really know. There's things that I can talk about and things I can't talk about, and if I don't have the information on the sponsors, then that's what it is. I know who Track Racer is because we've dealt with Track Racer before. Track Racer is an absolute fantastic company, and these are great. And kudos to the companies that are getting out here sponsoring these folks, because I love to see it, but I don't know who BMD is. I don't know who they are. I don't know the owner. I don't know what's going on. Chad Waller runs the fastest lap of the race, number 67, turning up the heat. In the kitchen, Long John Silvers. Love it. Falling down the backstretch, still trying to lead from the inside lane. Has Grijalva with him. Grijalva can keep this race interesting. Duro trying to get a big shove here. And now Cameron's going to be left high and right. Coulter Jr. there in third. That's where Coulter is right now. That's where I would want to be. Right there. You know why? Because of what happened in Talladega in the Cup Series race just a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? The seas can part. You keep that low line. Somebody goes up and block it. That's where you go from third to winning the race. Rich Holland, Joe Grijalva, Cameron Duro, Will Allen, Anthony Payne, Ty Dowman, Jaron Valley back at the mix, able to rebound here. What happened to John? Green flag pit stops coming in for some folks. That doesn't make any sense. 60% fuel. 6 laps to go. In a pit lane, out of pit lane. Oh, John went on track 82. He was making ground there, too. That is a shame. Here's what happened. I wonder if they needed to come to pit road. He was on 82 just a couple of laps ago. And I think they were needing to come to pit road. I might be wrong on fuel here. Oh, he locks up the brakes. That's what happened there. He locked up the brakes and got slow, so he went off track a little bit. 35, 47, 18. They all came to pit road on 66. Parker Weekly came out on 82, 84. So maybe I'm wrong. Normally 26 to 28 laps is what they get on fuel. We'll see. Holland's out front. Grijalva in second, Duro in third, Coulter in fourth. They've just been kind of making it work. Yeah, it's a sponsor of the series. It is, Kelly. You're trying to contain yourself here. I'm trying to contain myself. I'm trying to tell him to be patient. Holly, much love here. Ryan, I'd rather be second or third, making the pass with 1 to go than the leader on 1 to go. You ain't lying. Tina giving us some love to Grijalva. Go Grijalva. Cheer on your drivers as we speak. We know that's coming down to the wire here. Some of the drivers are coming into pit road, making those last. They might be close on fuel. We'll see. 3 laps to go, and if you want the Balla Status, you got to run some spiciness in the chat. Hashtag spicy. 3 to go. Holland, Grijalva, Payne, Dahlman. That's going to be your top 5. Joshua Brock inside the top 10 behind all these folks. Tell you what, he came out on 65, though. He is a natural lap down at the moment because of the race, the way it's worked. But he's driving a pretty good-looking car. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that car. Just saying. We know why I like that car. The 8 up high. Allen, first driver, multiple laps, multiple lines off. He is riding with the 11 right now, though. That is Brandon Porter. Good to see Brandon back out in the mix. Haven't seen Brandon in a minute and a half. We know Brandon. John Mosley into pit road. Cody Gettler in 19th in the 5, still driving his modified around here. He's doing a pretty dang old bang-up job here. Tell you what, I think the biggest factor here is going to be fuel. I think it's a little early to be making the move to the outside. 84 of Payne trying to make it 2 laps to go. And right now, Grijalva shuts the door on the 84. Too soon, folks. Too soon. Don't race this hard yet. White flag. Take it. There it is. White flag waves. Next flag ends this race. Holland to the inside. 18 down low. Grijalva, 84. Wrecking behind. Rich Holland and the 47. 47 gets turned with the 31. Holland has nowhere to go. He's going to need somebody here side by side. Nobody with him. 84 is going to be able to drop low with a 34. So that's Andrew Payne and Ty Dahlman, Jared Valley to the backside. That was too. When you talk about moves that were too soon, that was one of them. Oh, the 16 gave up the line. The 35 trying to take it back to the inside. Trying to make it move. Andrew Payne side by side with Ty Dahlman. 35 of Rich Holland gets booted. And the 84, 34 side by side finish. It's a photo finish there, folks. And that was unfortunate for the drivers. Unfortunate. I tell you what, a photo finish, but wow. Wow. I'm waiting for iRacing to update the relative. I think Ty might have won this one, but I'm not quite sure. I'm waiting for the race results to update through iRacing because not everybody's completed the race yet. Thank you for the spicy in chat, Kelly. I appreciate you. Race results, the middle of your screen. Maybe. Says, I think Ty won it. He did by 3/1000ths of a second over Andrew Payne. They made the move, and I think it would have been they would have been able to defend that move had folks not pushed. It worked out for Ty and Andrew to run side by side, and everything else behind it just kind of fell apart. And Jaron Valley's going to finish in third. Congrats to the top 3. Cameron Durreau, Coulter Jr., Chad Waller, William Allen, Joe Grijalva, Joshua Brock, Rich Holland. That'll be your top 10. Parker Weekly, Stryker, finishes in 12th. Hammond, Galvin, Ferrante, Williams, Tenold, and Isham. That'll be through 18th. And a look at the rest of your race results there. Top 3, Ty Dahlman wins it here. And that'll be how that goes. Nobody's in the waiting room, so we will we'll call it good. We'll talk to the drivers next week. Folks, much love and appreciation to everybody out there. Thank you to the sponsors of the series. Thank you to all the folks out there for doing what you do. Much love and appreciation to all the folks that give us support as well. It was a finish. And the right move made at the right time for the right driver. Don't need to lead all the laps, just need to lead the last one, and that is exactly what happened. Ty Dahlman from Portland, Michigan, wins this one and does so in style. Congratulations to the race winners. Congratulations to the drivers. First race of the season is done. We'll be at Kansas next week, And we will definitely see where these folks are going to go afterwards. Much love. Thank you to everybody out there. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one.